Well, guys, I'm starting to worry that President Trump might not win that peace prize. After launching a massive military strike against Iran, Trump announced hours ago that they officially killed the supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, and replaced him with, oh my God, the guy from Venezuela? This attack might be a bad idea. I don't know. I'm not really an expert on Iran, so let's hear from someone who can explain why we might have done it.
McDonald's announced a new Oreo Shamrock Shake. Coincidentally, Oreo Shamrock is also what Colin calls Obama.
President Trump's State of the Union address this week was the longest in history, lasting almost 2 full diapers. During the State of the Union address, President Trump said, "Our nation is back, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Same," said the measles.
A California company has created a new marijuana-based vaginal suppository to help women suffering from menstrual pain. And ladies, if you're lucky, it might give your boyfriend the munchies.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former prince and current river corpse, has been arrested and now may be banned from ever taking the throne. In fact, the royal family said the only way he can become king is if it comes down to either him or Meghan.
According to reports, Kim Jong-un has not been seen in public for over a month after injuring his ankles. And not, as I had hoped, because he's traveling around the world in Dennis Rodman's backpack. What is this, Iran?
Researchers have developed a new nasal spray vaccine that can protect people against the flu, COVID, and other respiratory diseases. But to get it approved by RFK, they're calling it shark testicle creatine.
A gay couple in Wisconsin says their landlord has threatened to evict them if they don't take down their gay pride flag. And it is truly shocking to me that in 2019, there are still gay people who haven't left Wisconsin.
Paramount has won the bidding war to take over Warner Brothers Discovery after Netflix decided to not submit another offer. Instead, Netflix spent an hour scrolling around for a new offer before giving up and going to bed.
A candy store in Los Angeles has created a 440-pound peanut butter cup. It's called CeeLo.
A photo from the Epstein files has gone viral showing the late physicist Stephen Hawking lying between 2 women in bikinis, which brings me to my segment, Hear Me Out. Hear me out, okay? You can't be mad at Stephen Hawking for being in this picture. What was he supposed to do, walk away? They basically trafficked him. He had no choice but to, forgive the expression, roll with it.
A housing developer in Arizona has created new apartments costing $1,000 a month that are made out of shipping containers. It's all part of his plan to trick Mexicans.
And don't forget the most important thing Dr. Hawking taught us. Time is relative, so that means age is just a number. Wait, hold on, that's not...
This has been Hear Me Out.
Oh, man. In an effort to draw attention to National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Minnesota, more than 10,000 bras were hooked together and hung from a crane. Well, I do not want to know how Minnesota celebrates Black History Month.
Thursday was National Small Dog Day, which is celebrated every February by hawks.
Today is the last day of Black History Month, sponsored by Tourette's. The annual New York City taxi calendar has been released featuring pictures of topless cab drivers, while a calendar of Uber drivers is available on the sex offender registry. This show is for someone else.
Some American Girl doll collectors say they are upset with a new line of modern-era dolls that appear skinnier than previous dolls. Skinnier? I mean, not with those cankles.
Scientists are working to develop advanced ultra-black materials that are so dark they absorb 99% of all light. Oh, sure, but when I try to develop ultra-black material, I'm booed at the Apollo.
See, now that's the Trump I voted for.
Detractors on CNN are saying that Trump had no authorization for this war, but he actually did. Netanyahu said it was okay. I can't believe our leader could just attack Iran with no vote, no permission from Congress or anything. I mean, what is this, Iran?
Taco Bell is selling a strawberry Skittles freeze made with Skittles candy. You know, Mexican food. Just like mi abuela used to make.
The U.S. women's hockey team turned down President Trump's invitation to attend the stadium. Yes. You clap, but that only made Trump want them more. President Trump angrily claimed that Minnesota has been ransacked by Somali pirates, but that's only because Trump's kind of an R word.
In Florida after she stole 4 watches and hid them inside her vagina. Officials became suspicious when the woman took a licking but kept on ticking. A new study lists the best city in the U.S. to raise a family as Moscow, Idaho, while the worst is once again Handsy Uncle Maryland.
I know that place. Hillary Clinton testified this week and said she's confident that Bill Clinton had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes, though there is an outside chance that Hillary sometimes doesn't know what her husband is up to. It was reported that Jeffrey Epstein hid photographs in secret storage lockers across the country, but I guess he had to take a lot of pictures because kids grow up so fast.
And now owners of the Brooklyn bowling alley where the New York doctor with Ebola visited are having the entire facility professionally cleaned, thus making it no longer technically a bowling alley.
During a Black History Month event at the White House, President Trump defended himself from criticism that he is racist by listing his black friends, including Nicki Minaj, Jim Brown, and Mike Tyson. Wow, that's 2 more than you, Colin.
Peloton's being called sexist for a new ad showing a wife obsessively using a Peloton bike that her husband gave her. But at least they decided against using the slogan, Peloton, you better keep it tighter than the babysitter.
A former Olympic athlete who promoted the run, walk, run strategy to running has died at the age of 80. Cause of death was listed as run, walk, bus.
Indian veterinarian has been charged with allegedly smuggling heroin inside of puppies. This according to the very dark sequel to The Secret Life of Pets.
A 70-year-old man is saying that he discovered he had a serious heart issue after getting an alert from his smart mattress, while a regular mattress diagnosed my drinking problem with a big old wet spot.
A new survey lists the best city to live in the country as Boise, Idaho, while the worst city was once again Rat Orgy, Delaware.
Actress Amanda Seyfried revealed in an interview that for a scene in her new movie, she used a prosthetic butthole. Even more disturbing, the movie is Stuart Little in the Forbidden Cave.
Louisiana police arrested a man for shooting his 18-year-old son during an argument over orange juice. It's considered the second worst crime that OJ is responsible for.
McDonald's announced a new Oreo Shamrock Shake. Coincidentally, Oreo Shamrock is also what Colin calls Obama.
A new survey lists the best city to live in the country as Boise, Idaho,
while the worst city was once again Rat Orgy, Delaware.
A California company has created a new marijuana-based vaginal suppository to help women suffering from menstrual pain. And ladies, if you're lucky, it might give your boyfriend the munchies.
Taco Bell is selling a strawberry Skittles freeze made with Skittles candy. You know, Mexican food. Just like mi abuela used to make. In Florida after she stole 4 watches and hid them inside her vagina. Officials became suspicious when the woman took a licking but kept on ticking. A new study lists the best city in the U.S. to raise a family as Moscow, Idaho, while the worst is once again Handsy Uncle, Maryland.
I know that place. According to reports, Kim Jong-un has not been seen in public for over a month after injuring his ankles. And not, as I had hoped, because he's traveling around the world in Dennis Rodman's backpack.
Golf Digest magazine has created a controversy over a new cover featuring 20-year-old golfer Lexi Thompson posing with only a towel covering her breasts. But before you call them sexist, they did the same thing last month with Arnold Palmer. Military officials have announced that they will increase missions to train, advise, and assist troops in the African nation of Niger. The focus on Niger is viewed as a direct challenge to President Trump's autocorrect.
A gay couple in Wisconsin says their landlord has threatened to evict them if they don't take down their gay pride flag. And it is truly shocking to me that in 2019, there are still gay people who haven't left Wisconsin.
A man in New York State was trapped inside his car for 10 hours overnight when a plow covered his car in 4 feet of snow. Even more amazing, his wife believed that story.
A candy store in Los Angeles has created a 440-pound peanut butter cup. It's called CeeLo.
And now owners of the Brooklyn bowling alley where the New York doctor with Ebola visited are having the entire facility professionally cleaned, thus making it no longer technically a bowling alley.
A housing developer in Arizona has created new apartments costing $1,000 a month that are made out of shipping containers. It's all part of his plan to trick Mexicans.
Peloton's being called sexist for a new ad showing a wife obsessively using a Peloton bike that her husband gave her. But at least they decided against using the slogan, Peloton, you better keep it tighter than the babysitter. Colombian veterinarian has been charged with allegedly smuggling heroin inside of puppies. This according to the very dark sequel to The Secret Life of Pets.
In an effort to draw attention to National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Minnesota, more than 10,000 bras were hooked together and hung from a crane. Well, I do not want to know how Minnesota celebrates Black History Month.
Scientists are working to develop advanced ultra-black materials that are so dark they absorb 99% of all light. Oh, sure, but when I try to develop ultra-black material, I'm booed at the Apollo.
The annual New York City taxi calendar has been released featuring pictures of topless cab drivers, while a calendar of Uber drivers is available on the sex offender registry. First Lady Melania Trump, or as I've been calling her, sexy-ass Michael Jackson, launched a campaign to stop cyberbullying called Be Best, as in, it would be best if you got a divorce.
Krispy Kreme is marking the landing of the rover on Mars by offering a limited edition donut modeled after Mars. It's different from their usual donut, which is modeled after Uranus. Many conservatives in Texas are falsely blaming the state's power outages on renewable energy sources, while other conservatives think that the power outages are more likely the result of gay marriage.
A nail salon in Queens called ISIS Nails has finally changed its name after suffering harassment from locals who thought the store was connected to the terrorist group. Though I don't know how much better things will be with their new name, Nail-Qaeda.
I'm worried about this one now. An auction of Nazi memorabilia was held, which featured items such as Hitler's top hat and Eva Braun's dress. And it's tough to auction off Nazi memorabilia because everyone always looks like they're bidding. Thank you.
A 2-year-old in South Carolina found a revolver in the car and ended up shooting his grandmother in the back like a coward. Which, by the way, this would have never happened if the grandmother also had a gun.
Republicans also released their tax plan this week, which explains why Paul Ryan's been rock hard since Thursday.
A man in Arizona is claiming that he can relieve sinus pressure in his nose by masturbating. He first made the claim while police were removing him from the bus.
Or this actual headline I read today, disabled chicken who survived weasel attack learning to walk thanks to custom wheelchair. Guys, just eat the chicken. Elon Musk took over Twitter, use of the N-word on the site has reportedly jumped 500%. It's the biggest increase in the use of the N-word since the last time I stubbed my toe.
A new report shows that female doctors over the course of their careers make $2 million less than men. Oh, that's just not right. I mean, female doctors?
The Oklahoma City Zoo announced that a 14-year-old endangered chimpanzee named Naya is pregnant. Said the zoo's janitor, "She told me she was 18. It was reported that after Morgan Wallen lost his recording contract when he was caught on video using the N-word, sales for his albums rose over 1,000%, proving my long-held theory that if NBC would just let me say it, the ratings will go up.
It was reported that adult model Belle Delphine is making over $1 million a month by selling her used bathwater, which is crazy because it doesn't taste that good. A woman in Slovakia helped arrest a man robbing a gas station by performing oral sex on him until police arrived. The woman was able to stall him for that long by being terrible at it.
An obese monkey in Thailand named Godzilla has been sent to a special facility to lose weight. Officials realized the monkey was overweight when a bunch of black guys kept hitting on it.
That's pretty racist, Colin. H&M has apologized after using a black child to model a sweatshirt with the logo "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle." Worse, the shirt was made by the saddest child in the sweatshop. I said worse.
Yeah.
Oh boy, a 102-year-old woman from New York who survived the 1918 Spanish flu has now beat coronavirus twice. But sadly, she was no match for my car. The U.S. men's soccer team failed to qualify for the Olympics for the 3rd time in a row. But fellas, keep your heads up and remember that win or lose, you will always get paid more than the women's team. It's true. The CDC believes the Omicron variant was first appearing in the U.S. during a recent anime convention in New York. Damn, the one time they leave the house.
It was announced that for the first time ever, Disney parks will feature black Santa Clauses, unfortunately as part of the Villains Parade.
A bat used by Jackie Robinson was sold at auction for more than $1 million. The bat is considered to be so valuable because Robinson used it at an All-Star game and also to get back to his car safely.
Officials in Georgia say that more than 50 children may have been exposed to coronavirus by a mall Santa, which is the second worst thing a mall Santa can expose children to.
Israel is reporting that they vaccinated half of their population. And I'm going to guess it's the Jewish half. The head of Chicago's police union is urging officers to defy the city's vaccine mandate, which is weird because usually Chicago police can't wait to take the shot. Walmart.
And well, we're still 5 weeks away from Easter, but earlier tonight, a man came back from the dead.
It was announced that country music star Morgan Wallen had his recording contract suspended after a video surfaced of the singer using the N-word. Wonder who he learned that from.
The Wall Street Journal published an op-ed suggesting that Dr. Jill Biden stop using the title doctor because she has a PhD and is not a medical doctor, though she has at times functioned as a nurse.
The holiday. R. Kelly was found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking this week, but won't be sentenced until next May, after R. Kelly's lawyers successfully negotiated one more school year. A woman in Arizona gave birth to a 14-pound baby boy. So now Arizona has 2 Grand Canyons. It's a math joke. I'm surprised you guys didn't get it.
Oh, my God.
The CIA is marking its 75th anniversary by launching a podcast. And because it's the CIA, they're launching it directly into an Afghani wedding. New York City is now requiring employers to disclose salary ranges in all job listings. Employers must list everything ranging from the top salary all the way down to the female salary.
Some parents in Oregon are having large groups of their children ride their bikes to school at the same time in a formation they're calling a bike bus. And pedophiles are calling a buffet.
Police in Queens were searching for a suspect who hijacked a bus and then immediately crashed it into a utility pole. Okay, so we know it's a woman.
Was the New York City Marathon, or as Fox News will report it, undocumented Africans went wild in streets of New York.
China has launched the third and final module for its permanent space station. Now all they have to do is launch some children to assemble it. Tensions are on the rise after North Korea launched more than 20 missiles into the ocean, and all because the Little Mermaid is black. It's not real.
This week, President Biden pardoned thousands of convicted marijuana users, and it feels like maybe he celebrated with them a little because yesterday, Biden gave a speech at a car factory and opened with this.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
Virginia has become the first state in the South to abolish the death penalty. So if you'll excuse me, I've got some white women to whistle at.
It's a fine grind, clearing out my cash line, speeding up my RAM time, coordinated light lines. If you need to move, I recommend computers. They can make you groove like I bet you never knew. Did you? Love what you're doing to me. On my mind, I love you in computers.
A growing number of NFL players are filling up their off time by playing chess with each other. And also, let's see here, domestic violence. That's how they're spending their time, Colin.
This week, Britain's most eligible bachelor, Prince Andrew, officially deleted his Twitter account. after he realized that's not the app with all the dancing teenagers. A professional golfer in Florida was arrested after he tried to meet a 15-year-old girl he met online who turned out to be a detective. Said the golfer, "Mulligan?"
Come on, man.
Sadly, there's more. For those of you wondering, in golf terms, a 15-year-old is 3 under par. Tuesday was National Puppy Day, unfortunately at Subway.
Almost 100 art industry figures have criticized 4 different museum plans to postpone exhibits featuring an artist's paintings of the KKK. But if you want to see portraits of Klansmen, you can always search Jost on Ancestry.com. Okay, well, whatever.